In this episode, we'll be looking at how to help your child manage their anxiety with various tools and techniques. Remember, these techniques are not designed for a child suffering with severe anxiety. And if you think it's something more than the usual worries and fears, please make an appointment to speak to your GP. Today, I have Alice, 11 years old, helping me with this episode. If you're a parent with an anxious child, you are in good company. What are the stats, Alice?
Anxiety affects as many as 30% of children and adolescents at some point in their lives. That's a 17% increase over the last 10 years.
So let's look at those strategies, shall we? I help both of my boys create their own personal worry box. This is something that you and your children can do together, and it is so simple. It's really effective, and if you are the creative type, you can help your kids decorate a box or a jar which they can pop their worries into. And if, like me, you can't even paint by numbers, you may want to buy a box. Help your kids to write down any worries that they may have, and then all you have to do is you pop them in the box. The next day, ask them whether they still have that worry. If they do, you can leave it in the box, and if they don't, you can rip it up. The worry box is particularly beneficial for young children because it helps them to understand their thoughts and feelings, and it gives them a sense of control. Studies suggest that parents who teach children as young as 2 how to control their breathing benefit from calmer, happier kids who find going to sleep a breeze. What's not to love about that?
When she's upset, I will say to her, breathe, deep breaths, in, out properly, and I definitely think that helps her.
We made this cool activity pack. It's so you can easily tell your mums and dads how you're feeling on a daily basis. You can download it on the link below.
Another thing to calm down the panic breath is to use breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Every time you go up your hand, you breathe in, and every time you come down, you breathe out. And you repeat that all the way around, and then you get them to trace their fingers back. Social stories, and these really helped me in the formative years. It was really useful to set a structure for the day, which reduced uncertainty and therefore reduced my anxiety. My parents, if they went away on holiday, they would create a booklet of where they were going and what times, and obviously it probably went out the window when they were away, but to know that I had a structure of what time and what they were doing, or if it was happening to me, what time was I going somewhere, where was I going somewhere, inviting stories with pictures.
But when I don't really want to tell my emotions, I normally write it down in my diary.
Yeah, which works for you.
Yeah.
Because I know, he's 11 now and he's at that age where he might not want to tell me everything. But at least if you are feeling a bit down or a bit negative, you can put those feelings to paper.
And before I went to bed, I would write to a fairy. I knew the fairy was my mother, I knew it all along, but having a little notebook and a pen, and I wrote to the fairy, and the fairy would write back with their left hand some scruffy message back. And I wasn't able to speak that to my family, but my mum would pick up the book every night to see if I'd written in it.
We always say, what's been the best part of your day?
Yeah.
What are you
Looking forward to tomorrow.
Yeah, and has anything
made you worried?
Or sad today?
Sad.
And I find asking those 3 questions, I get more information out of Bella at bedtime than I do at any other point in the day.
They immediately said to us, something's happened to him, his confidence is rock bottom. They said that immediately to us, and they helped us so much by building him up. Sat him next to really confident children in his class, so who would bring him out of his shell, and the kids who always go, come on, get involved, get involved. They put him right in the centre of that. They gave him great friends. They asked him and invited him, and please would you come to our clubs, please would you come to cricket, we'd love to have you on our team.
And last, look after you. As difficult as it may sometimes feel, the main thing is to stay calm and to stay positive. Kids really, really do take cues from us as parents. So the happier and the more relaxed you are, the happier and the more relaxed your child will be. Give yourself permission now and again to have some you time, whether it's a walk on your own, chilling out and listening to some music, a bit of retail therapy, or just lying still for 5 minutes, taking time to collect your thoughts and practice a bit of much needed mindfulness. It is a must. You can't help your child if you're completely burnt out yourself.
You can watch more of these videos or ask for help on the support group on channelmum.com. We're in this together.